Hey, what's up guys? Welcome to another episode of Pan the Organizer. So we have something special planned for you guys today. If you're a detailing professional or if you just got started in your professional car detailing business and you want to find a way to increase the leads, so how to get more customers, increase your profitability, and the bottom line, of course, which means make more money. Super important. How do we do this? Well, digital marketing plays a huge role into that. And I'm lucky because my special guest today is Marco. So hi Marco, welcome to the Pan the Organizer show. A bit of his credentials. Marco is a car care digital marketing specialist and he has credentials through the roof. We'll get to that soon, but we have something special planned because we're going to give you a lot of tips and tricks on things that you can do immediately at home to increase the amount of leads that you get, so the amount of customer that you can get into your business. But also we're going to have something very special planned only for the Pan the Organizer subscribers and viewers. So you got to make sure you stay tuned till the end because a bunch of info is going to be given, but also there's going to be a package only for you guys that's going to be available to have everything automated if need be, and hence increase the profitability, and you're going to get more money obviously if you have a detailing business. So we're going to demystify everything. Make sure you stick around. You know the drill. Without further ado, stay tuned. Let's go ahead and start the show. So hey guys, I'm Pan. Welcome to the show. I hope you guys are having a great day. So let's dig right into it because today we're talking about digital marketing in the car care or car detailing world. And to help me do this, well, I have none other than Marco. He is a car care digital marketing specialist. And he has worked with CarPro, one of my favorite car detailing products companies out there. You guys know that if you follow my videos. So he helped them increase their digital marketing and hence their bottom line by like crazy amounts. So he'll talk about that. And also, well, for his credibility, let me tell you guys, he owns one of the biggest car detailing pages on Instagram. It's called Detailing Boost. And if memory serves me right, you're at just about 100,000 followers. That is crazy. So Marco, go ahead, introduce yourself and tell us a bit about what are we talking today and what's important for my viewers out there.
Thank you very much for the really nice introduction. My name is Marc-Olivier Lafontaine, but you can call me Marco. I'm a, like he said, marketing specialist, and I've been working in the detailing world for about 8 years now. I started as a detailer with a real mobile detailing business back in Ottawa, Canada. And what I realized 2 years into my business is I really preferred working on my website and on the digital marketing during the winter because I was in Canada, so we didn't do detailing during the winter as a mobile detailer. And I took the leap of faith about 3 to 4 years ago to go full-time into digital marketing for car detailers, for car care businesses. And I started my Instagram page. And I started working with CarPro, where we've built their Instagram page from 5,000 followers all the way to 102,000 followers today. We've increased their search engine optimization traffic by 100%, tens of thousands of new visitors per month. And we've worked so far with about 300 detailers across the United States, Canada, and Europe. That's awesome. Before you continue though, want to make sure for my viewers, when we say demystify, we're also going to make sure everybody understands with kind of layman terms. So although he's a marketing specialist, we'll make sure that you guys understand every phase of that digital marketing so everybody can understand and have a better, comprehension of the steps, because it can get quite complicated, but we're here to simplify things because I like things that are simple. So continue on. Absolutely, exactly. So today we're going to be talking about 2 proven techniques that anyone either starting a business or have an established business can employ to generate more leads, which are people contacting you for the services that you're offering through digital platform like Facebook or Google. Okay, so does this mean when you talk about leads, first of all, just so we're clear on it, is that the new customers that you're bringing into your business? No, that's a prospect. Okay. So a lead is a prospect that comes and contacts you with a quote request or maybe a reservation request, but he hasn't been a customer until he's actually there with his car and booked. Okay. Right? So it's a new potential customer that's looking online for a detailer near his area, and he can find you through the techniques that we're going to be showing today. Okay. And before we dive into the techniques, which is a little bit more advanced, we're going to go over what is digital marketing, right? The broad strokes of digital marketing, so you can have a good grasp of which platform and which channels may work best for your business.
Because I think that, well, many of the detailers out there, of course, we love doing the job, but the complicated thing is you can be the best detailer in the world, but if you don't have any marketing, if you don't put yourself out there,
Absolutely.
it's hard to gain new customers. So that's why we're here today with a marketing specialist to teach you guys a thing or two. And even if you've been established in the car detailing world for a while, well, why not increase that customer basis, and we'll have a broader reach out there and get some new leads into your business so you'll be more profitable, but how also you can spend less time worrying about, it's beyond us now going door to door and doing old school techniques to get new customers. The digital marketing side of things is there to help you. Exactly. So we have this awesome, super high-tech board, by the way, with a great pointer for you guys to see the bullet points. So go ahead, Marco.
So exactly, like he was saying, if this guide is really made for detailers that are struggling and stressing about where is my next client coming. I've talked to hundreds of detailers telling me that in the next 2 weeks they have bookings, but afterwards they don't know where the next client is going to come. And it's fairly stressful to live as an entrepreneur, constantly looking for the next lead. Maybe you're even underpricing yourself and accepting low quality clients because of the fact that you're not generating enough prospects through your marketing means. And also maybe you're spending hundreds or thousands of dollars right now on advertising through Google ads or Facebook ads, and you're generating, subpar results to even maybe no result, where you're wasting most of your budget. If that's your case, this guide is for you. And even if you do have an established business, an established clientele, and you are generating a consistent flow of leads, you will learn a couple of tricks to really be able to scale your business to the next level.
I understand, yeah, because, well, a lot of people out there, as I often say, you can be the best detailer in the world, but if you don't put yourself out there, nobody will know about your work. And so we were talking about this with Marco a bit before. There are some that maybe not as good detailers as you guys or some of my viewers out there. However, they understood the importance of marketing and their business is thriving. So imagine that. They're not necessarily the best detailers in the world, but they know how to market themselves. They know how to go and get new leads, and they're super profitable. They're continuously growing their business, reinvesting in it, and increasing all of that. So there's a way that you guys can also figure that out. It seems complicated, but once you understand the basics, it's actually not that bad. And again, as I said, there's going to be something special, right? He hooked us up for something only for my Pan the Organizer viewers. So stay tuned all the way till the end, not only for the cool info, but there's going to be something special for you guys, believe me. Okay, let's continue on.
And the one thing that every successful detailing entrepreneur understands is the digital marketing funnel, right? Think of a real funnel like you're using to take your 4 gallons into your spray bottles. The marketing funnels starts with the awareness stage. That's when this prospect becomes aware of your business and the services that you're offering. And there's different means to achieve that, and we'll go over that. That's really where we're going to be focusing today. But that funnel is how you get people from the awareness stage to the conversion stage, and in between there's the consideration stage.
So when you're talking about awareness, basically this is somebody who might be online, trying to figure out where their local detailer might be.
Absolutely.
So you want to attract that customer to your website, right?
Exactly.
And then consideration.
That's when they would land on your website, and then they would start considering either they're going to take your services or the services of a competitor.
So they're considering hiring you basically to do the detailing job. And then conversion probably means that the person who considered, actually you're converting them into a customer. So now they're ready to dedicate themselves to you and go forward. Okay.
They become a client. And then there's another stage where you want to make them loyal, right? You don't want to have a high churn rate where every time you get a new customer, you have to find a new one. You want to scale your business, so you want to maintain every client as a loyal client for 10 years, for the entirety of your business. And then the last stage, which is really what do I say?
Cornerstone?
The cornerstone of the funnel is to make them become advocate for your brand. They become a living billboard telling all their friends, all their followers on Facebook or on Instagram about your business, and they bring you more revenues.
So free advertisement, basically.
Exactly.
Okay, that's good.
Exactly. Now, it's beyond the scope of this video today to go in depth in the marketing funnel, but if you do grasp that and you make sure that you spend time, that every time you get a prospect into the awareness stage, every stage you have content, blog posts, emails to be able to funnel them through all the way down to the advocacy stage, it's impossible for you not to grow your business.
So guys, by the way, for all you detailers out there, I have a series of videos on my channel on how to start your detailing business. So the tips, the tricks, of course, on how to do all that, even reviews of car detailing products, equipment, tools, all the things you need to get started. But today I think this is something special. So it's the marketing portion of things, which is unique on my channel. If you do like that, show me your support, smash the thumbs up button. That helps to let me know that you enjoy this. And well, I'm going to hook up with Marco maybe in the future if you guys really enjoy this, because we like helping you, of course. You know, this is one of the reasons of the Pan the Organizer channel. And yeah, so I think the rest of the content is going to be awesome as well. So Marco, back to you. Let's continue.
Absolutely. So how do you get prospects to be aware of your business? Well, in digital marketing, there's really two fields that are dominating. Well, there's only two fields really that are dominating this industry, and there's organic digital marketing and then there's paid digital marketing, and it's pretty self-explanatory. Organic digital marketing means that you've done the work yourself naturally. You've grown either your followers or you've ranked on the first page of Google naturally without spending money to either Google or Facebook or any platform that you are using. And well, paid digital marketing means that you've paid Google, Facebook, or any platform to get in front of their users. Now, one question I receive a lot is, Marco, which is better? Is it organic or is it paid? And the real answer is they're not adversaries. You do not have to choose between the two. They should be used as complement to each other, because once you do maximize both fields, you will become unstoppable in your local market. So the main difference between organic and paid, as we've said, organic, you don't pay, paid, you pay, but organic, you will be paying more in sweat equity because you're not paying Google or Facebook, so you will have to do the hard work. Either on Instagram, you'll have to post, engage with your followers. If it's SEO, you'll have to write content, optimize your website, and do so much more of hard work.
So Marco, just to keep things simple, SEO, you mean search engine optimization?
And we will be going over that in just a minute.
Okay, I love that. And by the way, when Marco was talking about sweat equity, I know a lot of my viewers out there, you know what that means. We're detailing cars for like 10, 12, 13, 15 hours a day, sometimes even more. We go through sleepless nights. I know when I detail a car for 10, 12 hours, I don't even take a break to eat. But so there's a lot of things that need to be done as far as the detailing side of things go. However, once you're done, you're so tired, you don't necessarily always have the time or the energy to do the marketing side of things. However, you can't skimp on that either because it is very important. So we're in 2020. The digital marketing space is very important if you want to continue to grow your business. And hopefully today we're going to teach you some things on how to do that easier. But I want my people to stay tuned all the way till the end, because not only are you getting tons of info, but as I said before, we're going to have something special only for the Pan the Organizer viewers to help you guys do this kind of thing, or the digital marketing space. So more on that a bit later, but continue watching.
Perfect. So the other main difference is organic is always going to take you more time, right? It's not instant like paid advertising where you're paying to be in front of the users right away. So paid advertising is instant, organic is going to take longer. Now, usually organic, because you're not paying Google or Facebook, if you're not paying someone to do the organic for you and you do it yourself, your cost per lead, your CPL, is going to be lower than your cost per lead on a paid platform like Google Ads or Facebook Ads. So these are really the broad strokes of the difference between organic and paid marketing, and you don't have to choose between the two. But if you're starting, you probably can't afford to do both in terms of times, in terms of expertise. So I would say look at your time horizon. If you do have a long time horizon where you can wait until you get some leads and you don't have a big budget, then organic is definitely the way to start. If you don't have a long-term horizon and you do have a marketing budget, then paid advertising is the way to go.
So basically, if somebody wants something right now or quickly go up the ladder, then the paid advertising. Okay.
Exactly. So organic or paid advertising works on the two main platforms of advertising in the world, right? Google and Facebook, their market share of the advertisement market in the United States is about 60%. Google is around 40, Facebook is around 20. They're really the two juggernaut of the industry. And on both platforms, you can do organic or paid advertising. For example, Google, you know Google Maps, you know Google Search, but you also know YouTube. And through YouTube, you can grow organically. And we have the expert, the ultimate guru of car care YouTube marketing. So let's hear from you.
Well, maybe one side of things that I would like to bring to the table. Well, 2020, of course, everything is digital, everything is online. And one thing that I can highly recommend that you guys do is start a YouTube channel. Now, don't worry, you don't have to be this crazy presenter, or what the purpose of a YouTube channel is to basically demonstrate your skills and to get new customers by them looking at what you do and hooking them to your services. So you start your channel, you show a bit of what you do, the end results, what you start with, of course, and give some tips, some tricks, why not give back to the community as well. And believe me, I have a lot of professional detailing friends that have their own channels on YouTube, and this has helped them immensely broaden their horizons and have more leads, because now people get to see them. So when they search for how to clean a car, how to detail a car, they might see that professional detailer.
It's more personal
Too as well. You get to know the person that's behind the camera, and when you realize that they're in your area as well, or even sometimes I have people who tell me, listen, I live like 7 hours away, I'm in New York and I'm in Montreal, and they still want to drive up here to come and meet me and to have me detail their car. So that's very important. So you could just start your channel to demonstrate basically your work and have access to a crazy amount of people, so you can give back to them as well with the tips, the tricks, like I say, but you're also going to gain some new customers that might not even know that you exist. Well, there you go. That's what I would suggest. Is YouTube is a great avenue to explore for that.
And the fact that not many detailers are on YouTube.
Yep.
They're going to have a Google My Business, they're going to be on Instagram, on Facebook, but the majority aren't on YouTube. So that opens a huge opportunity for detailers in their local market to leverage the YouTube platform.
Absolutely.
And that comes back down to the second most popular question I get, and it's, which platform should I focus on first? Google or Facebook, right? Facebook is Facebook, but also Instagram. Google is everything related to Google. And it's the same answer. They are not adversaries. In the real world, they are fighting together for market share. But for us, marketers or business owners, they are the best combination that we can employ to maximize our brand awareness and generate as many leads as possible. But it is important to understand the kind of audience that we're going to be generating or targeting, and the kind of leads that we're going to be generating from both platforms, because the way they target users on Google and Facebook is very different. On Google, they're going to be targeting their users through an intent-based targeting. It means that they target people that have an intent. They're on Google searching for car detailer near me, best ceramic coating installer near me. Whereas on Facebook, they can't target by intent, because people don't go on Facebook looking for a detailer near them, but they may be following Pan the Organizer on Facebook. They might be interacting with detailing pages on Facebook. They might be in a car club on Facebook. So Facebook is targeting people based on their interest. So what that means is the kind of leads you're going to be receiving is quite different. On Google, you're going to have a lead that is a lot more decisive, right? They know what they want and they want it now. So that's what we call a hot audience. On Facebook, it's a cold audience, because you're going to be targeting people that aren't actively looking for something, but may be interested in that something. So a more simple way of looking at it is Google is used so that you can find the customer because they're actively looking, and Facebook allow new customers to find you through their interest.
So if I can summarize this, maybe the way I see it, and maybe to help my viewers as well. So if I'm on Google, it's basically the search engine. So I'd be typing something like, because I'm physically doing the data input, who is a detailer next to my house in Montreal? What is the best ceramic coating installer in Montreal?
Yeah.
And that would give me a result.
A result,
So I'm
exactly.
actively looking for something that I know I'm looking for. Whereas on Facebook, and this has probably happened to you guys when you surf on Facebook, if I understand your cold reference, is you're probably breezing, you're scrolling, through a bunch of posts, and then all of a sudden you see an ad for something that you weren't necessarily looking for, I don't know, for a blanket, let's say, and you're like, oh, you know what, I do need a blanket, and then you'll click on that. So that can be like a detailing service that just pops up.
Exactly.
And might pique your interest, right?
Exactly.
Okay.
Because you on Facebook, you would be targeting an audience that likes cars, an audience that probably likes getting their house cleans, people that like cleanliness. And by targeting this interest base or people that resemble your customer base, you can find new customers.
So Marco, we were talking about Google and Facebook, but if somebody's out there watching the video now and either they have a website or they don't have a website, who knows, but how do you even get started? So my viewers understand, like, where would you, like, is it a phone you call or is it online? How do you get an ad on either Google or Facebook?
So we will be going in depth on how to set up your Facebook ads account and how to run a lead generation campaign through Facebook. And we will also be going over how to do on-page search engine optimization, which means optimizing your website so that you can rank higher on Google Maps, on Google.
So that kind of stuff. So
Yeah.
I guess, is that the reason why there's the laptop behind me?
Exactly.
Oh, we're doing a live demo. Awesome. So stick around, guys. But is there anything that you'd recommend that they start off with as far as social media platforms? Like, do they need any and which ones?
Absolutely. So there's basics in the world of digital marketing. And just like a detailer needs a bucket, a mitt, and soap, any business needs an Instagram page, a Facebook page, a Google My Business profile, and a website.
Whoa, 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 whoa. Why would they need those? Like, why are they essential to have?
So on Facebook and on Instagram, you simply cannot do promotions or ads without having a business profiles on those platforms, right? And on Instagram, which is the only platform on Facebook that you can actually grow organically, without a page, you simply cannot grow organically. On Google, without a Google My Business profile, you cannot show up in the maps. And the maps is what gets the overwhelming majority of the traffic. So when you're looking for a local business on Google and then you see the little map, there's going to be 3 listing, the local 3-pack. Without a Google My Business profile, you cannot show up there. And if they click on the map, you cannot show there without a Google My Business profile.
So that makes total sense. So it's very important to have all of those. All right, so I'm getting excited. We're going to dive into this with the demo. So let's move on to the demo.
Go.
Awesome. Okay, so now it's the demo time, guys. Marco, what exactly are we going to see and what are we going to dive into?
So we're going to be talking about 2 main strategies. The first one is going to be Facebook ads. If you remember, ads, you're paying Facebook, so that means that's going to be instant. We're going to be showing you a technique so that you can start generating leads for coatings, detailing, tint within the next 48 hours, leveraging Facebook advertising.
So as you guys can tell, you're going to see everything on screen. So we're doing a live demo from the laptop right now. So go ahead and take it away.
Let's go. So Facebook ads, right, is the sponsored or promoted post that you see either on Facebook or on Instagram when you're scrolling down. And that's what you are going to be doing, is creating those ads. To access the ads manager, which is the platform used to control your ads, you'll have to go to business.facebook.com/ads manager. Now, you can access the ads manager from your personal account, but there's a Facebook rep that told us that it's better to go through your business account. That way you're showing Facebook that you are a business, a serious business owner, and not just an individual making ads.
Yeah.
So before we can start talking about how to create the ads, we have to have a basic understanding of how the Facebook ads auction works, right? When you're looking at Facebook, when you're bidding ads, it's like eBay when you're bidding for a product. You're competing with other advertisers to get in front of your audience, right? In this example, we have two advertisers that are targeting Elmo on Fire, okay? They want to sell him water because he's very, very thirsty right now. So how the algorithm is going to determine which advertisers is going to be in front of Elmo is going to be based on their bid, so how much they're willing to pay to be in front of that user, the estimated action rate. So how, with all the data that Facebook has, they can predict what will be the percentage of users taking the actions that you want them to take. Fill out a form, book, buy a product. And then the relevance or the value that your ad is going to provide to the user. So those are the three big parts of the Facebook ads auction algorithm. Now it's way more complex than that, but that's beyond the scope of today's video. Yeah. You just have to understand those three things. So your bid, estimated action rate, relevance, and user value. After that, we need to understand a bit how Facebook ads are structured. So you will have your campaigns. You will have, within the campaigns, you will have your ad sets, and within your ad sets, you're gonna have your ads. Think of it as folders within other folders. The campaigns are going to control the big part that's being controlled with the campaigns is your objective. There's other aspects, but always keep in mind it's your objective. And by objective, I mean, do you want to create brand awareness? Do you want to get conversions? Do you want to sell product catalog? It's your objective. And everything below the campaign, your ad set and your ads, are only going to be focused on that one particular objective.
Okay.
In your ad set, where you will have your ads within it, you will identify which audience you want to target. There's other things, but the big component of the ad set is your audience. What kind of audience you want to target? Is it going to be a middle-aged woman? Is it going to be young adults that own a love car, or young adults that love minivans? Your audience within the ad set. And then within the ad set, you will have your ads. That's the creative. That's actually the image that you see in the text that you see when you scroll down.
So the kind of the end result of all of that.
Essentially, yeah, the creative
okay.
of your ad.
Yeah.
So now that we've understand a little bit more about the bidding, the auction, and the structure of Facebook ads, we're going to go ahead and actually create that campaign. So what you'll have to do is go to business.facebook.com/ads manager, as you can see here, and then you will go and click on create, the green button, and that's going to bring you to your first page to construct your actual campaign. Now we want to generate leads. There's different ways to do lead generation on Facebook ads. You could have conversions on your own website, but for this example, we'll imagine that you don't have a website so that we can help as many people as possible. So even if you don't have a website, this is going to work. But you will need a Facebook ad, Facebook page. You will need a Facebook business page.
Yeah.
So you're going to go and click on lead generation. That's your objective, okay? And then you will want to write a name that you'll be able to easily remember what this campaign is. So we'll call it lead generation codings, because that's the kind of leads we want to try and get. And we will kick off campaign budget optimization. Now you don't need to understand how it works, but what you need to understand is campaign budget optimization is going to put the most amount of budget in the ad set that Google thinks will get you the most results.
Okay.
So you're letting Facebook decide a little bit more where to spend your budget, and they're really, really good at it.
Yes.
So you want to do that.
Yep.
In terms of daily budget, I highly recommend nothing below $10 a day. If you go below $10 a day, it's going to take you so long to test out which audience works. It just won't work, and you won't be able to actually outbid maybe other competitors.
So see guys, always these little tips that really add up as we go.
And then your campaign bid strategy, as we're starting, we will keep it at lowest cost as possible. And then there's more options, but you can forget those for now and just click on continue. Now this is the ad set. The ad set, I like to call it always the what my objective was of my campaign, and then the name of the audience, so I know which audience we're targeting. So here we're going to be doing a very broad targeting, and for small businesses, I highly recommend that you don't go too in details in who you're going to be targeting, just because you're going to be targeting a smaller location. You're not going to be country or national, it's going to be local.
Yes.
So if you go too refined in your interests, like what kind of magazines they like, what kind of training they like, you will have an audience that is so small that
You're going to have too much of a niche market.
Exactly.
And instead of having a broader audience. Yeah.
Exactly. So here we're just going to target really people that have an interest in automotive and that are males between 25 and 65. The reason we start at 25 and not 18, on average, an 18-year-old won't really have income to spend on a ceramic coating. If he has a car, he's probably going to do his own ceramic coating.
Yeah. So is this important, by the way, so the viewers know, like, what you're typing here?
It's not necessarily
Does that change
important.
anything?
It's just so that you can remember.
So it's for you.
Exactly. It's for organization.
Yeah.
Now you're going to decide which Facebook page will be running the ad. So that would be your business page. And then here on the right side, you have audience size. Okay. Right now we can see it's at 24 million because we're probably targeting Canada. Yeah. You'll see that number change. And you never want that number to go below 40 or 50,000 people.
Okay.
The sweet spot for local businesses anywhere between 200 and a million. You'll have to test. A million is large, but we've seen good results with an audience of a million.
So 200,000 to a million, that's kind of a broad ballpark.
That's a broad ballpark,
Okay.
but sometimes in smaller towns, you won't even be able to get 200,000.
Correct.
So bare minimum is around 40, 50,000.
Okay.
So now the catalog, we can forget about that. Okay, so now we're gonna be building the actual audience itself. We're gonna start by kind of looking at the different kinds of audience you can build on Facebook. There is custom audience and there's lookalike audience, which are a little bit more advanced audiences. You do not need to know how they work. If you are growing your Facebook ads portfolio, I highly recommend that you go and research these audiences on Google, but it is beyond the scope of this video. Today we're focusing on a saved audience based on interest and behaviors. So we're really going to target people based on what they like on Facebook and what they do on Facebook and the data that Facebook has on those individuals.
Makes total sense.
So the second section is going to be the location section. That's where you're going to target people based in the town or city that you are in.
So geography.
The geography, exactly. The people living in or recently in this location is going to be enabled automatically. I recommend that you change it to people living in this location so that you guarantee that it's people that are actually close to your business instead of someone that was just recently close to your business but may live far from your actual business.
Because there's less of a likelihood of them driving to come and see you if they don't even live in your area.
Exactly.
Okay. That makes sense.
Then you're going to choose your town. Here we're going to choose Toronto, Ontario, Canada. Go Raptors. Now, the mileage, the radius is really going to be based on you will know your market. You will know how far people are willing to drive to your location. If you're in a large city of 1 million people, I would say anything between 10 and 12 miles is really
more than enough.
More than enough. Anything beyond that, people are likely won't be driving that far to get to your business.
Absolutely.
If you're in a town where people are used to traveling from one town to the other, then yes, you can increase your radius. You know your market. In terms of age, like we said, we will target from 25 to 65 plus, and we will target male predominantly.
Yeah.
Because most leads coming for coatings and most customers for coatings are males, right? So you want to target the audience that has the highest probability of converting into a lead and a customer. Now, detailed targeting, that's where we will start entering the interests and behaviors of the users. Now we're going to go very basic and broad today in terms of automotive enthusiasts, but other ideas you can test are TV shows related to cars. It can be YouTube channels, it can be an influencer related to a car, it can be a website like Auto Trader. Anything related to cars, you likely will be able to find those on Facebook in terms of interest or behaviors.
So would that make any sense? Tell me if that has anything to do with it. But for example, on my Instagram page, I'm often tagged by other detailing brands or other detailers. And I always wondered why they would tag me if I have nothing to do with the service they're giving, or is there a reason why they're doing that, or they maybe just want to grab my attention?
They likely are doing that to grab your attention and potentially either get you to repost their content or try and get more reach by, they know you have a big page and other people will look at your tagged photos. So if they're there, they get more real estate and they might get more eyeballs on their content.
Makes sense. Yeah.
Those are the strategies. So here we're going to go into browse. We're going to go into, no, it's interest. Yeah, hobbies and activities. Then you're going to go into vehicles, and we're going to tick automobiles. So that's people that have a hobby for automobiles.
Yeah.
And then we're going to target also SUVs and trucks. Right, and you can see that now the potential audience is still at 650,000 people. That's still very, very large in terms of an audience.
That's huge.
But it's definitely something that you could target, especially if you have a budget into the $600 to $1,000 a month. You can easily have a frequency that is acceptable. So once you've done your interest here, you're going to go and click on detailed targeting expansion. We've been having lately a lot of success. When this feature first came out, we didn't have too many success, but essentially what that's going to do is Facebook is going to look at who you're trying to target, and then they're going to see, okay, well, is there someone else that isn't necessarily having a hobby in automobiles, but could still be interested in what you are offering in terms of service, right? That's again letting the algorithm of Facebook find other audience. I will repeat that often. Test, test, test. You will need to test things on Facebook. So one thing you can do is test one audience with detailed targeting expansion on and one audience without detailed targeting on. You could test an audience that it likes specific magazines or specific websites and see which audience works better.
Yes.
And how the testing is going to work is if we go back to the campaign level, remember we switched off campaign budget optimization. Facebook will by itself test these audience throughout their algo, and they will let you know which audience works better. So always try and minimize, always try and have one audience per ad set instead of stacking up all the audience and personas you're trying to target into one ad set, because then you won't be able to define which audience is working better.
Absolutely.
Make sense?
Yep.
Awesome.
By the way, guys, I know many of you are enjoying this because I love this deep diving. So this is for the ones of you who want to do this on your own and want to take some time to learn this. That's awesome. Don't get overwhelmed though. If for you it's too much and you want something more automated, again, something pretty cool is coming up. So bear with us.
So here we are going to let go of show more options. We don't need to go into the advanced things. And we're going to go and save this audience because you definitely do not want to recreate this audience over and over
every single
again.
time. Yeah.
So
kind of a hot setting that you'll always have.
So here I would call it all car interests. You can call it anything that you will remember. And then we're targeting males that are 25 to 65. Okay, and then we're going to enter the city. I enter the city because it's for my clients, but you probably won't have to enter the city since you know in which
it's already
city.
In your city.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So you're going to go and click on save. And here, optimization for ad delivery leads. Cost control, we're going to keep it automatic. And you want your ads, run your ads continuously. That way you can stop them and restart them. Whereas if you have a start date and an end date, you'll have more of a hassle restarting your ads.
Yes.
So again, show more options. We're gonna let it go, and we're gonna go and click on continue. Right, placement here, automatic placement. We can forget about automatic placement for the scope of this video.
It's fun because we also get to understand more how all of these like Facebook ads work. When you see a bunch of ads referred to you, well, all those people go through some of this process, right?
To make that happen. Exact same process. So now we're in the ad. So the ad is really the creative. It's going to be the image. It's going to be the text. So whatever you call your ad so that you can remember, I will just call it V1. Here we have all our pages. I'm going to choose my Facebook page and my Instagram page. In this example, we're just going to use a single image, and we're going to be, there's already an image here, so we're going to keep that. And then, yeah, we're just going to keep this image. You can choose an image or a video. My recommendation is choose something that is going to catch the attention of people.
Just like a thumbnail on a YouTube video.
Exactly.
You want to make sure that grabs the attention of the person looking.
And what works even more on Facebook than elsewhere is something that's more personal. You don't want your image to look like an ad. You want it to look like a friend posted a picture of his car. Something as personal and just authentic as possible is going to work way better.
Or maybe a picture of you working on a car, polishing the paint.
It could absolutely be that. You want the image to have a lot of saturation, a lot of color, so that it can catch the eye of the user when he's scrolling down.
Yep.
Those are my basic.
So visual appeal is what you want.
Exactly. Now in the text is actually going to be the description of your ad. Here, if you're doing a service, things that do work are offers, or if you go towards more of right now we're trying to get leads with this campaign, so you would want to have some kind of offer, right? So I won't go too into copywriting because it's beyond the scope of this video, but limited time offer. Let's be honest, this is terrible copy, but just to give you an idea, limited time offer, $100 off detailing. Okay.
Yes.
The headline is going to be your headline. I recommend that you use something that's different from how you're starting your description. And usually people are going to see your headline before anything. If you can try and give your hook in the headline through a benefit, like let's say it's detailing, you're doing an offer on your detailing, you could say, restore the brand new look of your car with our best price of the year.
Yes.
Right? You're giving the hook of we're having a crazy discount, but also talking of the benefits of the people.
So make your car shine with a 10% off discount off your next detail.
So they can see the benefit, the reason why they would buy it.
Yes.
Okay, I'll just put limited time offer again.
Yeah.
Description is going to be a little bit more copy below here. This is where you can either talk more about the features or again repeat in a different way the offer that you're offering.
So it gives you this preview here that we can already tell on screen, right, of what it's doing? Okay.
Absolutely.
That's cool.
I'm just going to write the same thing again. The display link is going to be the link, how you want your link to show.
Okay.
So let's say you have your website and you have some weird URL and you don't want that URL to show.
Yeah.
You can cut it off in the display link. I'll leave that empty for now. And then this is the call to action. Now the call to action is quite important. You can test out different call to action, but it's going to help you kind of refine your leads and improve the quality of your leads. For example, if you're just having a button that's learn more, it's so broad.
Yes.
People learn more.
Yeah.
That you're going to get a whole spectrum of leads coming in.
So they're just curious to
exactly,
know. Okay.
Just curious to learn more.
Yeah.
Whereas if you have a call to action that's book
now, and you can see that on screen.
That shows a lot more intent. Right? That's
yes.
someone that's a lot more interested.
I want to book this service.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So for these kinds of ads, I would recommend having a call to action that's more aggressive in terms of what you're asking the people to do, so that you filter out all the kind of tire kickers or just people that want to learn more.
So kind of like on YouTube for my audience, when we ask you to subscribe to my channel and click the subscribe button, well, the call to action is I'm asking you guys, well, if you haven't done so yet, to click that subscribe button so that way you won't miss my future videos. By the way, you should be subscribing to my channel. Click that subscribe button that's under the video, guys.
All right, so now we're actually going to be building the form that's going to be collecting the data from the leads. So we're going to go and click on create a new form. We will call it anything that you will be able to remember easily. So I will call it July special. And form type, you want higher intent. That way you're going to minimize the amount of nurturing and sales that you'll have to do to convert your leads into actual customers. Always higher intent. Intro, use the same image as your ad and use the same headline also as your ad. I don't really remember what it was, but let's say limited time offer. And the reason for that is you want to have continuity, where once they click on the ad, they're not confused. They know what's happening. They just understand they have to fill out the information. The paragraph here, you can tell them what information they need to enter, or you can try and minimize their worries by saying something like, we hate spam, we respect your privacy, so that they know that when you are taking their information, you won't be selling it or sending them a ton of emails and spams.
Yeah.
Now the questions here, you will be entering the field that you want to collect. There's the email, there's the full name, and then you can enter the phone number. If you're a mobile detailer, you can enter the address, which would be contact.
So basically you're adding fields of the info you want to collect from the person.
From the person,
okay.
Exactly.
Makes sense.
And then your privacy policy, you will have to add a link to your privacy policy. So I'll just make an example here, /privacy. It can be on your website. It could be a link to a PDF file or a JPEG file, anything that's hosted on the internet. And then review screen, gives people a chance, okay. Completion, and then here you can say, thanks, you're all set. We'll get back to you soon. And then you can add a last call to action. You can send them to your website, you can send them to your Instagram page, your reviews on Yelp, anywhere you want them to.
Your YouTube channel, if you have one.
Exactly, you can send them all to Pan's YouTube channel.
That's right.
Detailingboost.com as an example. And then we're gonna go and click on publish. And it looks like I forgot to, okay, so actually in the intro, in the description, that would really be the description of the information or the offer. So you could maybe reuse some of the description of the actual ad. And then in the question, that's where you put the information regarding what you're gonna be doing with their data. So we're gonna go and click on publish, and you have to limited time offer. Okay. Go click on publish, and then you have your form created. And you're pretty set. If you do have a Facebook pixel for your website, I highly recommend that you enable it. This goes beyond the scope of this course, but essentially a Facebook pixel is capable of tracking everything that's happening on your website or any web properties where you can install the pixel.
Okay.
So once everything's done, you're gonna go and click on confirm, and you are set. You will have your ad is now going to be in a review process. It can take anywhere from a couple of hours to up to 48 hours, but that's pretty rare. Usually it's going to be within 24 hours, and you will start collecting leads. Now, one thing I do recommend is create more than one audience, right? So you can duplicate your ad set, and you want to make sure that show existing reaction comments and shares on new ads. Because you want the same ad, if somebody likes on the ad, you want this like to always be on the ad because that's social proof.
Absolutely.
So always make sure that this is enabled. Original campaign, you would click on duplicate, and then within the ad set settings, you would choose a different audience, and then you would let the auto bidding maximizer take care of sending the budget to the most performing audience or ad set.
Yeah.
And that way, if you keep on testing audience after audience, you'll really maximize your cost per lead and your sales. So that is all for creating a basic lead generation campaign. And
So we did a Facebook ad campaign. So that's
Exactly.
that's how you do that. Wow.
so
Okay.
within 30 minutes, you can launch your own Facebook lead gen campaign, which is pretty cool.
It is awesome. So guys, by the way, as you can tell, this video got very lengthy because we went well above and beyond, of course, to do all these demos, which is awesome. However, what we're going to do is have a part 2 where we're going to continue with a Google campaign. Is
Yes,
that correct?
Search engine
Okay.
optimization.
So search engine optimization, or also known as SEO. So we're going to dive into that. And we're also going to get to, I'm sure, something that you want is that special offer for the Pan the Organizer viewers. Because if this gets overwhelming, but you still want to have digital marketing, well, there's an option or a few options that are fully automated, and you're going to see the return on investment, or ROI, that you guys are going to get. So yeah, stay tuned for part 2. By the way, the link is going to be up here if you want to just click on that and move on to the second part, or I'll also have the link to that part number 2 in the description under the video with a bunch of other information as well that you can check out. So yeah, thanks for being there. Thanks for watching. And in the meantime, don't forget, keep it tight, keep it clean, and I'll see you on the next one.